Red is blue, bitch. Hey everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to What Was She Thinking? A podcast where we ask ourselves, what was she thinking? This week we have a very special movie to share with you guys.
Like one of my childhood favorites.
Yeah, that
and
honestly has not aged well.
No.
I haven't watched this movie since probably like the year it came out, and memory did not do it justice.
Yeah. Gonna be honest, pirated it as a kid. Watched it. It was a terrible quality. I like the terrible quality better than the actual quality. Guys, it looks like an Xbox release title. Like original Xbox.
Ooh, yeah, back in the day. We're talking about hoodwinked with an exclamation point.
It's only brought up once, though, the exclamation point.
Yeah. So this is pretty much just like some studio somehow got funding for this. We don't know how, but it's pretty much like riding off the coattails of Shrek.
Oh, yeah, this was 2005. Shrek was, what, 2001?
Yeah, like, it was riding that high of, like, CGI movies.
This is coming off of fairy tale, like, spoof fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like, mock fairy tale stories that Shrek's kind of just started.
Yeah. And it had, like, mockumentary style, like, camera work sometimes, which was weird, because it's an animated movie, but they were giving it shaky cam.
Like, it was like watching an episode of Cops, but in all CGI, and it was animals?
Yeah.
Okay, but I have... The animals.
The animals.
This world is messed up anyway.
Okay,
so
let's talk about...
Let's start with our main character.
Red.
Main characters, yeah.
Yeah, well, the main female character would be Red.
Yeah, she has the most lines.
Yes.
Of the female characters.
Yeah. This movie actually does pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
Like, pretty handily.
Oh, yeah, there's not even a talk of love.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really the point. It's just like,
I know, but...
Yeah.
You know,
anyway,
it doesn't even bring up the main point in the Bechdel test. So.
Yeah. So I have a lot of questions about what Red was thinking in this movie, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but, like, this forest is not safe for a child.
No.
It is, like, literally, I feel like Red is just like, why am I surrounded by perverts? Because, like, there's the guy in the furry suit.
Yeah.
And then, like, older men just, like, everywhere. And then the wolf, like, is, like, really creepy towards her.
There's just, like, a lot of people stalking her.
Yeah.
And like, her best friend is Andy Dick.
Yeah.
As a bunny.
Spoiler alert, the bunny's evil.
Yeah, but...
And, like, wants to kill her.
Yeah, but it's great because it's in Andy Dick's voice. He sings a song, and it's beautiful.
The best villain monologue.
Yeah, it's all about putting, like, cocaine into the food.
Yeah.
This is a PG movie, too, guys.
Yeah, this is messed up. But, like, what kind of, like, thing would we be thinking? Because... So, first of all, like, in the opening of the movie, Red sees her grandma, and her grandma's all tied up, which I, first of all, was like, if I was, like, a little girl in that situation, and I see, like, a strange dude in my house, and my grandma's tied up in the closet, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, is it murder? Is it kinky? Like...
Yeah, like, this is weird. Like, she walks in, it's basically... The opening scene is basically the whole story of Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Red comes up, there's someone in Grandma's bed, but it's not Grandma.
Yeah.
But Grandma wasn't eaten, she was tied up in the closet.
Yeah.
And then an Axeman just bursts through.
Busts
through this really big window that Grandma has. But, like... that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Because Red, like, instantly knew, that's not my grandma.
Yeah.
That's someone in a mask, because it's obviously a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she's got great sarcasm.
Oh, she's a sassy little girl.
Yeah.
Also, we think she's around 14. We're not sure, because she has enough, like, sass and emo-ness to be a teenager.
Yeah, and she's like, the teenage girl that's like, I don't want to be in the woods anymore. I want to know what's outside the wood. Everyone lives in the woods. I think in California, because they said redwoods.
Yeah. With a surprisingly large, like, German-Swiss population.
Yeah, there's, like, a shit ton of German children that all look the same. And they really love the Schnitzel Man. We have so many questions, though, about, like, this world. Like, there's so many instances of, like, meat, but, like...
Not meat?
pigs are, like, sentient.
Yeah.
And so are sheep.
Also, okay, sorry, the BDSM thing, though, is really throwing me off. Because
Yeah.
there's, like, more. Because, like, there's the part where, like, it's like, oh, like, she can slip her hands out of the handcuffs because she's a little girl. And it's like, oh, what do you want to do? Put her in a cage? And the guys are like, bring in the cage. And I'm like, what? Like, this is a child.
Yeah. Police departments, I don't think, have a cage
for
on hand.
children? Like, what is this kinky nonsense?
Yeah, and, like, Nicky Flippers.
Yeah, Nicky
the frog,
Flippers.
Private investigator, has, like, a secretary who's also, like, a pet poodle.
That's the BDSM thing. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Like, he brings his like, secretary on a leash. And it's weird. Like, this dog sentient?
Yeah.
But naked and on a leash?
Yeah, and has mad typing skills. I feel like what was I like at 14? I mean, I knew about, like, sex and stuff, but, like, not about, like, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine, like, as a 14-year-old seeing something like that. And, like, she won't be able to understand it
Yeah.
until, like, years later.
Yeah.
When it takes this emotional toll when she realizes what she saw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we're digging a little too deep here. I mean, she probably was like, my grandmother's tied up, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
And she's ready to fight.
She does fight.
Because she's a karate master. It's great.
Yeah. I mean...
She's humble.
The real question is, why doesn't she tell the police? Does she lie to the cops?
Yeah,
What is she
she
thinking?
never told them that she used self-defense.
Yeah.
Against... Sorry, guys. Like, I just almost saw someone get hit by a car. We're in the sunroom, as always.
Yeah, and we're right next to an intersection, and people are assholes.
Yeah. So if you heard a screech, that's a guy almost getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, Red doesn't tell the police that she's like, uses self-defense. I mean, she doesn't have to, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's, like, a big part of her character is that she is, like...
Self-sufficient,
yeah.
Also, the wolf could, like, press charges against her. If she, like... I mean, because he doesn't think that he was doing anything wrong.
No, but, I mean, still self-defense.
Yeah. Okay, I have an issue here.
Yeah, what's your issue?
With Red. Is that
Red?
she is, like, racist as fuck.
Yeah.
She is, because she, like, when she meets the wolf, she's like, oh, stranger danger.
Mm-hmm.
And then she walks up to this random mountain goat, asks him for help, and then goes into his house voluntarily?
Yeah. I mean, that could just be, like, he's a wolf that's, like, 2 feet taller than me.
That's what I'm saying. She's speciesist.
I mean, it's still a wolf, and she's a little girl. She could just be like, he's a giant animal that could kill me easily if I'm not careful.
That mountain goat's crazy as fuck.
Oh my god, guys, the mountain goat.
This movie is also a musical, sort of.
Sort of. They're all, like, written by the directors. There's 3 directors on this project.
And they're, like, and 2 of them are related, we're pretty sure.
They have the same last name, at least.
Yeah, and then there's multiple people with the same last name involved in the production of this movie.
And then just a random third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
But
they also wrote all the songs.
They wrote all the songs and then performed half of them by themselves. Like,
yeah.
They weren't bad either. It was just weird that this movie didn't need to be musical.
It didn't. It really didn't.
It does have Anne Hathaway singing a song, though, and it was cute.
This movie didn't need a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair.
Like The Woodsman.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could think that this movie doesn't need The Woodsman. The Woodsman is an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jim Belushi playing your lady, like Schnitzel Man. Thespian?
Thespian. He wants to be
an actor, but he also wants to be a part of a yodeling group.
Yeah.
And, like, he's got no...
I don't know how those 2 are related.
I don't know either. But he's got no point being there besides he had a schnitzel truck.
Yeah. Which is questionable.
Yeah. I honestly think that movie didn't need him.
I don't think it needed him either. I mean, they're just trying to go... Red didn't need that in her life. She didn't need that additional trauma.
She is gonna... I think she's suppressing something.
Oh, she's suppressing a lot of things.
Because, one, she gets assaulted by a wolf. She sees her grandmother tied up in a closet. Mm-hmm. And then an axeman comes busting through a wall.
Yeah.
I think later in her life, like, these things are gonna come up.
Mm-hmm.
And in, like, weird ways.
Also, like, so the whole movie, like, happens because Red decides to take her grandma's recipe book, like, to her grandma's house instead of leaving it in the safe. And I'm like, why would she do that if the safe was, like, the safest place for it?
Yeah.
And I think that's, like, answered because of all this, like, family expectation on her.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's this flashback scene where it's revealed that, like, their Puckett family line goes back, like, probably millennia, because they've got fucking cave paintings on the wall.
Yeah, like, they seem like to be one of the most well-routed families in, like, history.
Yeah.
Wait, so the Puckett name must have gone all the way, and she's Red Puckett.
Yeah.
But we don't see a mother.
Yeah. We don't know. There's no parents. Or father. There's no parents.
Where did Red come from?
Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't have parents, that's, like, another, like, strike against her,
Yeah,
like, emotionally.
Because she is a delivery girl.
Yeah.
She delivers her granny's goods. But who bakes these goods? If Granny lives miles away up on the mountain, is Red just in charge of baking all the baked goods in the morning and then delivering them to everyone and also watching over a storefront?
This is not good for a 14-year-old.
No, this is child, like, labor and extorting. This is
messed up.
Wow, I did not realize this while watching that.
Yeah.
Is Granny manipulating her own granddaughter into
think
being,
so.
like, almost like a personal slave?
Yeah, because, guys, Granny is a sociopath.
Oh my god, she blows up a mountain.
To kill 4 people who miraculously survived.
Yeah, she caused an avalanche just to go faster on her snowboard and to catch the European ski team off, like, it makes no sense. Like, the Granny just tells this history of, like, all these great
explorers
things, like, explorers, like, such and such Puckett, she went to the North Pole, she created the best hot chocolate recipe. Oh, and this is basically Amelia Earhart, Emma Puckett or whatever, flies across the Atlantic with her cheesecakes. But, like, are bakers celebrities in this world?
Yeah, because everybody knows who she is. How the fuck does nobody know who Granny is?
Yeah, nobody knows who Granny...
How does she live this lie?
I don't know. Because, like...
It's literally in the papers. Granny wins.
And she has merchandise.
Yeah, with her face on it.
With her face on it. So how does no one recognize a very recognizable person? Also, the just sheer amount of bakeries in this forest.
Right? What kind of fucked up economy does this forest run on where literally every store is a bakery?
Oh my god, there was a whole block of, like, trees.
Yeah.
That was just every other store was a bakery of some sort.
Yeah.
And, like, even across the way from Red's, the Puckett main branch. Get it? Trees. They're all in trees.
Branch.
Their main, like, storefront, there is a bakery right across the street.
Yeah.
So why is there so many bakeries? What is the expectation? Like, is Red supposed to be a go-getter out, like a go-getter? Like, she's supposed to do something great with her life? Or is she supposed to become a famous baker?
Yeah.
Because it seems weird.
Also, this is a universe where, like, the idea of sentient animals is accepted. Like, even by foreigners. So it's not like this is, like... I was trying to figure out where the animals came from. I have written down nuclear hellscape. Because that's a distinct possibility. Because the billy goat can remove his horns, which seems unusual, to say the least.
It could just be he's old, and it's like a denture thing.
Yeah.
It's just a visual gag.
It is.
He was also unnecessary.
There's a lot of unnecessary in this movie.
It's just this movie. I forgot this movie so much. Apparently I must have suppressed it.
Okay, my real question is, like, how does Red feel being one of the few humans that she's ever interacted with? Because there's no humans in this forest except for the woodsman and the European ski team, which clearly aren't there the whole time.
Well,
and
the furry
German
guy.
And the furry guy.
And the horde of
children
that are all German. It's weird, like, how many German children there are.
But still, like, humans are a minority here, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, how does that, like...
Is this a backwards, like, statement on racism?
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm so confused because I can remember like distinctly like 6 main character humans, then the furry guy. We call him the furry guy because he is just a human in a white tiger like fursuit. And then like the horde of German children.
Yeah.
There's at least like 20 German children that all look the same.
They have the same face. It's bizarre.
And so like what is this?
I feel like Red is questioning her place a lot because she's like one of the only humans.
Yeah, like she might be wondering, is there a place for humans? Like, am I supposed to be in the woods? Because her whole inner struggle in this is, I don't want to be in the woods.
Yeah.
She reads a magazine that says faraway places. It's kind of cliche.
Yeah. There's a lot of cliche in this movie.
But I mean, like, she's probably just feels lonely because she doesn't have another human person.
There's no teenage humans in this whole forest.
Yeah.
Except for Red.
I feel like I didn't see any other teenagers.
Yeah, in general. Like, there were no, like...
Like, she seemed to be the only one in her age group.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else was either younger than her or a different species than her. Or older than her, of course. But, like, she's probably feeling very lonely.
Yeah.
Because her grandmother lives so far away, and she seems to be the only other, like, person she has a connection to.
Yeah.
Like, she probably feels like she wants her grandmother closer. But her grandmother's off being a sociopath. Yeah,
which also runs in the fucking family.
Oh my god.
Because there's, like, this moment where, like... So she gets interviewed first by the police, and then they send in the wolf to get interviewed, and they have this, like, tense face-off moment in the hallway with, like, rap music playing in the background.
Yeah, it's like a weird, like, quote-unquote Mexican standoff.
Yeah,
like, they just stare at each other.
Red is, like, straight up, like, threatening to, like, kill him.
Yeah.
And doesn't mention beating him up. Like, she just, like, beats the shit out of this guy and is, like, willing to, like, go to great lengths to, like, hurt him.
Yeah. And to make sure that she's in the right.
Yeah.
In the police eyes.
Yeah, she's like, you're gonna go to prison, Wolf. And you're like, what?
Yeah, she's just so smug. Like, she points to her being, like, the kung fu champion or karate champion in the woods. And, like, just so smug about being able to beat him up. And it's just... I want to know if the whole Puckett line is this way.
Yeah, maybe that's why they're so good at the cookie business.
Yeah.
Is that they're, like, cutthroat.
Yeah.
Which they're not portrayed that way in the movie, but everyone suspects that they're stealing from everyone. Like, what's the reputation of this family?
Like, are they reputable celebrities, or are they, like, not trusted?
Yeah.
Because, like, if you've got cutouts and your face on everything you bake, like a storefront... Costumes?
Yeah.
Like, if you got this much merchandise, you need to be portrayed... You should be portrayed as someone who's very loving and caring.
Yeah.
Why do people not trust someone that is so accepted in the community?
Yeah, yeah. It's very suspect.
Yeah.
I have a very concerning what was she thinking question.
Yeah.
Because Granny is a sociopathic... cookie baking master who's also a fucking, like, extreme sports, like,
enthusiast.
champion.
Yeah.
And she wears slippers the whole movie. Like, underneath her, like, bodysuit for extreme sports. But when she, like, goes to, like, attack the fucking mountainside, like, evil fortress, she's in her, like, nightgown and slippers. Wouldn't she wear her, like, bodysuit?
Yeah.
Like, what was she thinking?
I don't know. That's
like, you can't fight crime in slippers. It's not even the kind that stay on your feet.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the animators had the model for the other suit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Why didn't they just use that model? But God, that is weird. Like, that is...
what kind of nonsense is this? Like, you can't... Like, she was, like, bouncing along the lights and, like, doing, like, spider crawling up the walls in slippers. Like, slippers
and a nightgown.
Have no traction.
Yeah, no. Is she, like... Well, I mean, you brought up while we were watching the movie, is she a witch?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so magic is kind of there, I think. Because the goat claimed he was cursed by a witch.
Oh my god, what if the witch was Granny Puckett?
Oh my god. No way! He did say up in the hills there was a witch
37 years ago
that cursed me.
Oh my god! It was Granny Puckett!
Oh my god. And that could have been before Granny Puckett had, like, children to have her granddaughter.
Yeah, right. What if that's how she cemented her control over the mountain? Like, over this forest?
Yeah.
Was that, like, the goat was, like, mayor or some shit? And she, like, cursed him so that nobody took him seriously because he had to sing all the time. And then she took over with her cookie business and made everything based around baked goods.
Yeah, because the goat claims that he just always is singing.
Yeah.
And that made him be a hermit up in the mountains. What if he was just a very important competitor?
Yeah.
Or a baker or something, and just, like, she cursed him to get him out of the way because he crossed her. What if she actually is a witch, and that's how she can stay so spry and young, like, in her old age?
Yeah, because she doesn't have what you would consider the ideal body type for extreme sports.
She's got very brittle-looking legs on a very large body.
Yeah, and the hair is not aerodynamic.
No. So, like, oh my god.
It all makes sense.
If she's a witch, that spins a whole new thing on this movie.
That's what she's thinking is that... Because, like, this bunny is trying to, like, take over her business, so she's thinking, like, I'm gonna have to curse someone again if I can't, like, keep this under wraps. Because clearly this curse thing is not common knowledge. So she's thinking, like, I've gotta make sure that, like, my witchness is, like, under control. And, like, I take these people out, like, the conventional way. Maybe that's why she tries to kill all those Europeans, is that she can't use her magic on them. Yeah. Without them knowing.
Well, she could have magic. She keeps pulling things out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's very true.
Her whole ensemble outfit would not have fit under that skin-tight, bodysuit.
Yeah. That's how the bodysuit got off. She's magic.
And, like, how she took the bodysuit off but kept the backpack with the parachute on.
Yeah, over the dress.
She is a witch.
She's a witch.
Oh my god, I think we solved this movie, guys.
And Red hasn't been initiated yet.
Oh my god. I would love to see a movie where Red learns she's a witch.
Yeah, and like...
Because the second movie's not that. I've never seen it either. It's them, like, saving people because the first movie sets them up for a sequel.
Which is very ambitious.
It was very ambitious because this was their first movie, we believe.
Yeah, according to the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god.
So... we might have to watch the second movie to figure out what's happening.
See if Red, like, embraces her heritage as a semi-evil, because, like, I wouldn't say she's completely evil, but she, like, uses evil in order to be powerful with the baked goods. So, like, not necessarily, like, I want to kill everyone, but, like, I want power. That's what they're using their witchness for. Yeah.
They're just trying to ingrain themselves into culture so much that they never die.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they, like, stay so prominent. Like, if they've got attention, they stay powerful. And that's why, throughout the years, since the world economy is based off of baked goods, they've always been good bakers. And maybe that's why all their recipes are always successful.
Right.
Because no one has 100% success rate with all their baked goods.
Yeah, over that long of a time as a family company? Like, even the Vanderbilts and Rockefellers, like, aren't that rich anymore.
Yeah. So it's just, like, if they are witches, like, this makes so much sense.
Guys, I wish you could see our faces right now, because we are losing it, and we just look.
Because we never thought of this aspect.
Yeah, the magic thing was brought up, but never, like, discussed.
Yeah. Like...
that's what she's thinking. She's extending her monopoly on the world, like, economy. Yeah. Like, who knows how high this, like, Puckett, like, corruption goes? Like, what's the government of this world? How is Granny planning out her next, like, takeover?
I don't know. Like, maybe becoming famous as an extreme sports entrepreneur Granny.
Oh my god. What if Granny hired the bunny to do all this stuff in order to make Red like her more?
And it was all a publicity stunt.
It was all a publicity stunt.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like, what if she put the idea... like, not even hire him, just, like, instilled that idea.
Yeah. So it can be traced back to her, because she's smart. She could use her magic powers.
Yeah.
To make him be like, I want to be the best baker ever.
The bunny was always felt down by the Muffin Man. Which seems weird.
Yeah.
Who's the Muffin Man?
They reference a lot of fairy tales.
Yeah. But it just seems like... it could be tied back to her.
Yeah.
If, like, we just sit down and do it, like, think of it all. Like, oh, God. Guys, our faces are, like, in shock. Like, Ooh.
We're freaking out.
Yeah.
I think we can't talk about this anymore.
No.
This is...
we still have a few minutes,
We still have a few minutes?
Do you want to talk about... We can...
We have to rate these people.
Yeah. We can talk about our ship real quick.
Oh, yeah. This isn't related to what was she thinking, but we have our OTP for this movie, which is...
Officer Grizzlies?
No, he's the chief
Chief Grizzly.
Chief Grizzly, who was played by Exhibit, who was in this movie. Apparently.
This movie has a really good...
Amazing cast.
Cast. Like, it's Glenn Close as the grandma, Anne Hathaway as Red.
Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi was the woodsman.
Yeah.
God, just so many good... Andy Dick as the bunny. Like, how did this... The budget must have been spent on the cast.
Honestly,
because this is an A-list cast.
This was so bad.
It's an A-list cast for such a D-list movie. Anyway,
okay.
Chief Grizzly
and Nikki Flippers,
the investigator.
Honestly, there was so much sexual tension between them, which makes the dog on the leash even more interesting because maybe Nikki is just trying to make him jealous.
Ooh.
And because honestly, if you watch this movie, there's a lot of tension between those two. They have a history.
They have a history. Every time they talk to each other, there's some sort of history behind them.
Yeah.
And I want a movie based on them. There's probably a fan fiction out there that I need to go read.
Oh God, don't.
Anyway,
okay.
We gotta rate them now.
No.
Right?
I want to bring up one last thing with Red that bothered me during the movie. So, when Red's telling her story, she and the Billy Goat go off this crazy jump on in their rail cart, and she's in this cart, and I'm presuming that she's thinking she's gonna die.
Yeah.
Because she's straight up about to die. And
you're talking about that scene.
Yeah, and then her grandma floats in through the clouds and tells her to use her hood as a parachute.
It's a very Mufasa Simba.
Yeah, very Mufasa Simba scene. So I'm thinking and she just got off the phone with her grandma and thought her grandma was being hurt. So at that point, Red is thinking my grandmother is dead, and I just saw her ghost / spiritual thing in the clouds, and how much does that fuck up a 14-year-old to be just I just
especially
had a vision.
One with troubles wanting to stay in the forest.
Yeah.
If your grandma, the only human, predominant human in your life dies, and it's your grandmother.
Yeah.
And you're left with a whole bakery empire.
Company, yeah.
Because we don't know where the parents are.
Mm-hmm. She could be the one that inherits all this, and now she's got to be stuck in that forest forever because she's a CEO.
Yeah.
That's what she's thinking. Oh God, I hope my grandma's not dead because I love her. Well,
yeah.
Maybe she does. We don't
she's
know. A sociopath.
It's weird.
But then she'd be stuck forever working for
because
this
Red
business.
is very quick to disown Granny.
Oh God, yeah.
When she finds out Granny is an extreme sports person, she's so quick to accuse Granny of you do all this stuff while I'm stuck back doing all this stuff, and Granny's excuse is stupid.
Yeah.
I thought you
Red's
were happy.
Pretty valid with her anger though.
Yeah, but it just seems very quick.
Yeah, and she runs out, which leads to the best musical number.
Yes.
Red is blue. Which is poor Red, honestly. If she wasn't a sociopath before, her grandmother is all this emotional abuse and intense pressure to succeed is just gonna mess her up for life.
This is all micro brainwashing, because there's a flashback scene in Red is Blue scene where her grandmother's there's two things your grandmother doesn't do. Lie and extreme sports.
Extreme sports.
And so she's just perpetuating this.
Yeah.
Micro brainwashing. It's not
gaslighting in a way.
Yeah. It's just I feel for Red more.
Yeah.
Now that I'm an adult watching this movie, I feel so much for Red, because this is a terrible growing environment to grow up in. A place where you're alienated not by only race, but family and business.
Yeah.
And just she is on several levels just one of the most lonely people in this forest.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows her name, they know who she is, but she doesn't hang out with anyone.
Yeah, but who knows Red?
Yeah.
Everyone knows about her.
Everyone
Nobody
just
knows
sees her as that happy girl that sings on her bike while
Yeah.
delivering groceries and stuff. But it's she's the saddest person.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel sad. Like, it makes me feel alienated.
She must have so much anxiety, too.
Oh, God. She is gonna grow up hard.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be fine for a while, and then it's all gonna hit her one day.
Yeah, like...
She's gonna have a hardcore, like, emotional breakdown.
Oh my God, mid-20s, like, breakdown.
After
like,
college? Because, she's going to college.
Oh, she's so going to college.
She's got all that money.
Yeah, but, like, she's gonna be, like, with her first, like, lover, and then just have this mental breakdown.
You're right.
Because, like, they said something that triggered something.
Or maybe
from her past.
Maybe if she gets, like, married and is pregnant and she has a daughter and she, like, thinks, oh my God, like, what am I perpetuating onto this world?
Yeah.
Like, this cycle of, like, high expectations and, like, emotional abuse.
Because how do you live up to... Your great-great-great-great-aunt went to the North Pole.
Yeah.
Your great-great, like, mother-in-law is, like, flies across the Atlantic by herself.
With cheesecakes.
Like, this whole family is just, like, high expectation. And, like, there's Victorian paintings.
Yeah.
All
they
of
have
these
the same face.
important photos of these great women, like, and you're just a 14-year-old girl. Living in the middle of the woods, doing nothing with your life.
And if your grandma's dead, then you have all that expectation on you.
Wow.
Wow. This
movie took out way more than we should have taken out.
We watched this as a joke.
We saw it on Netflix. We're like, oh, I remember that movie as a kid.
This is way more deep than we thought this was going.
And we did not expect depression.
And anxiety.
Anxiety.
The weight of expectation.
I feel like I need a shot. Like, this is hard. This is a hard movie.
Okay, we need to rate these ladies.
Okay, do you want to start with Granny?
Let's start with Granny. Okay.
I feel like deep down she actually does love her granddaughter.
Yes.
But
in a slightly obsessive way.
Yeah. How does that affect our rating of her?
I mean, she is a badass.
Yeah, she is a badass.
So, like in terms of badassery, she's pretty high up there. But, like, in terms of, like, manipulative, like...
Yeah. I'd say a 5 to 6.
I would give her a 6.
Yeah.
A 6 out of 10 space moms.
She loses points for being manipulative and, like, a sociopath.
Yeah.
She blew up a fucking mountain.
She blew up the fucking... Like, with no regard for anyone that would be underneath her.
Avalanche went right through the competition she was at.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, she killed, like, a lot of people.
She killed a lot of people. So, yeah, 6 for being a badass.
But, like, still not the greatest person.
Yeah.
Red, I think, is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But not much. I'd say if Granny's a 6, Red's a 7.
Yeah. At, like, the highest.
Maybe a 6.5 Space Mom?
I'd give her a 6.5.
Yeah.
Out of 10 Space Moms.
Because she is also a badass.
She's also, yeah.
But she's also just kind of that stereotypical, like, I'm a teen, I want out of this.
Strong female teenage character.
Yeah, in a crop top.
Yes.
In bell bottoms.
Yeah, it's so, like, early 2000s fashion with the jean skirt over the jean bell bottoms.
Yeah.
With, like, the tiny crop top.
And, like, I think those were platform wedges.
Yeah. There was a lot.
Yeah. But anyway, like a 6.5.
Yeah. She has dreams.
She has dreams. She seems like a very well-grounded person, but that has some inner demons to work past.
Yeah. I mean, despite her enormous wealth, she doesn't seem to, like, flaunt it.
She's very humble.
Yeah, she's very humble.
I mean, maybe a 7 could work.
We're, like, arguing ourselves into a 7.
I know. Because she's ultimately not a bad person.
Okay, 7 for pity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because...
Because I feel like she could grow out of this, really.
Yeah.
She could overcome her own fears, like go see a psychiatrist.
She needs a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Granny needs to get on that.
Like, if she... I think after Granny passes... If Granny passes...
Which
she's a witch.
She's a witch. Who knows what kind of black magic.
If Granny passes, like... If she realizes, like, what Granny was doing to her in the long run, and not, like, she was my loving grandmother, but she was actually just a manipulative old lady.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she could come out as a very strong character. Like, a very strong person.
Yeah.
So...
Like, who moved past the traumatic events of her childhood.
Yeah. So, I, like, 7 for the potential.
7 for the potential and the pity.
7 for, like, she could be a really great character. She just needs to get past her own inner demons.
I want to see Hoodwink 3 about that Red.
Yeah.
About, like, adult Red.
Hoodwink 3 isn't a thing. Let's make it a thing, though.
I would fund that Hoodwink 3.
If it's edgy and dark, if they give it a PG-13 like rating, like I would watch the hell out of that. But those are our scores for them: a 6 and a 7.
6 and a 7 for Granny and Red. They got more problems than like
we thought.
Yeah. Oh my God, this got.
Wow.
Sorry, this got way too deep, guys. We didn't even get into some of the fucked up stuff about this world.
Yeah.
This is just about the women, and that got fucked.
And I mean that's what we're about. We're about the women.
Yeah.
If we really care, we could talk about like where are they getting their eggs if the animals are sentient?
The chicken women.
Are the chickens sentient?
Oh, God, let's stop talking about this.
Or the sheep. What's up with the sheep?
Goodbye, everybody. Just goodbye. Snickety-doo.